6 big changes to SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, or sometimes referred to as EBT, for the low income and the 42+ million beneficiaries that do rely on these monthly benefits deposited onto EBT cards every single month. Now, as you heard me say, we have 6 major changes currently on the table that will impact this program and these beneficiaries in a massive way. So in this comprehensive video, I will be sharing with you the details of these 6 major changes, what they would do to the program, what they would do to the beneficiaries, as well as the names of them and any other details that you may need to know. Now, to be fair with you, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of each of 6 of these, because if I get into a detailed explanation, honestly, it's going to turn into a very long video. I don't really want that, and I'm guessing you probably don't want that either. We can certainly jump on a dedicated live stream and talk through these in further detail, or I can come back in dedicated videos. Please let me know down below in the comment section if you'd like me to do that. I can certainly do that, no problem whatsoever. But let's jump through the details of these, because these are likely coming sooner than later. The next handful of months here, we will likely be getting some major changes to the SNAP benefit program, and I want to break it all down for you here in this video, as I do know a lot of you here in the community that watch these videos also get SNAP benefits and again have an EBT card. So let's talk through the details. Now, by the way, as you know, the drill is if you need any Medicare help, again, initial enrollment into Medicare because you're turning 65, anything like that, please call the phone number there on your screen. It'll connect you with a dedicated Medicare team. They will help you with all of that. They're absolute experts, and it's always 100% for free. Well over 1,000 of you here in the community have already called and gotten some really great Medicare help, again, by calling the dedicated Medicare team, 100% for free. Anyway, give them a call. All right, so let's talk through the details of these one by one here. And again, I'll start out by telling you the names, okay? Now, the first one is SNAP Reform and Upward Mobility Act. Again, SNAP Reform and Upward Mobility Act. I'm going to be fair with you. That's a really weird name. But let me tell you exactly what this would do, okay? Now, this would actually raise the age range for the work requirements for SNAP beneficiaries from the current range of 18 through 54 up to 18 through 64. They would raise it by 10 full years. That'd be a bad situation. Now, they would also lower the thresholds on what they define as a dependent. Now, right now, anybody under the age of 18 would be considered a dependent within a household. However, with this piece of legislation, SNAP Reform and Upward Mobility Act, they would lower the threshold on what is considered a dependent down to 6 and under, okay? Now, what they would want to do is implement the work requirements for those individuals who are ABAWD within that age range, and again, who do not have dependents, or at least dependents who are 6 and under, okay? Now, what is ABAWD? Able-bodied adults without dependents, okay? That's what that one is. Now, let's talk about number 2, America Works Act of 2025. What is this one? It's very similar to the one that I just mentioned a second ago, which would also raise the age range on the work requirements for ABAWD individuals from 18 to 54, what it is now, up to 18 to 65, okay? So basically very similar to what we saw before. They would also have the same definition of a dependent, basically under the age of 7, okay? Now, that would make it a lot more strict as far as this program goes, because remember, the current rules right now, anybody under the age of 18 would be considered a dependent in a household. So therefore making somebody who's ABAWD, who has a dependent, exempt from the work requirement, okay? So that's really going to change the program in a massive way. I would highly expect the age range for the work requirements to increase from the current level of 54 right now. I fully expect that to increase. Will it go up to 64 or 65? I'm not sure about that, but we may see up to maybe 59 or 60. Fully expect that to change. I'm just saying, please be prepared for that. And again, remember, that's only focused on ABAWD, able-bodied adults without dependents, okay? I know that's a very confusing topic right there. I can certainly come back in another dedicated video and talk about that in a lot more detail, okay? Now, this next one doesn't necessarily have a name, but I'll tell you the details of it. HHS, Health and Human Services, has indicated they're going to leave it up to the states going forward if they want to restrict the purchase of pop, soda, soda pop, in other words, carbonated beverages, with EBT benefits, okay? So they're going to leave it up to the states, okay? So right now, all across the board, across the entire country, basically beneficiaries can buy those types of drinks with their benefits. However, HHS has made it very clear that they're going to leave that decision up to the states. So I would fully expect a lot of the states out there to come in and start implementing the restrictions of carbonated beverages. Again, pop, soda, soda pop, whatever you call it, the restriction of the purchasing of that with EBT benefits, okay? That's number 3. Okay, now number 4 is the Healthy SNAP Act. I've talked about this in before in other videos, but let me share with you here. And again, I just want to give you the comprehensive video here with all of these outlined so you can see all of them side by side. But anyway, the Healthy SNAP Act restricts the purchase of sugary drinks, again, pop, soda, soda pop, other prepared candies and drinks and foods, things like this, like cookies, cakes, pies, ice cream, donuts, things like that, okay? So it'd restrict the purchase of any of those items, okay? That's number 4. Number 5 is Nutritious SNAP Act. Nutritious SNAP Act, okay? Now, this one is also very, very similar to the one that we just talked about, the Healthy SNAP Act. It's very, very similar. This would also restrict the purchase of things like pop, soda, soda pop, and again, it would also restrict the purchase of candies, cookies, sorry, I didn't mean to say cooks, cookies, ice cream, pies, cakes, donuts, chips, things like that. It would restrict the purchase of those items, okay? So that is number 5. Now, number 6, this one is, again, another interesting name on this one. It's called Zero for Zero Nutritious Options Act of 2025. The abbreviation on this one is FSNO. FSNO. Really, that's literally what the abbreviation is, FSNO. Anyway, it's, again, sorry, let me say that again. I said it wrong the first time. It's, No Funding for Zero Nutrition Options Act of 2025. Again, I could be saying that wrong. I apologize. It's very similar to that. I apologize. I'm trying to remember a lot of things right now, okay? Anyway, that's what it is. So what is this one? This one literally just restricts the purchase of, you know what I'm about to say, pop, soda, soda pop, right? And again, the reason I say all 3 of those names is because I found that regardless of where you're located around the country, we all call it something different. So I'd like to just cover all the bases by saying all 3 of those. But anyway, so this one right here, this last one, the abbreviation FSNO, right? So No Funding for Zero Nutrition Options Act of 2025. This one literally just restricts the purchase of those carbonated beverages across the board. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily restrict the purchase of other sugary foods and dessert items, but rather just those carbonated beverages. Now, how do they identify a drink that would be banned from this? Here's their definition. A carbonated beverage with more than 1 gram of added sugar or artificial sweetener per serving, okay? So basically, if it has anything more than like 1 gram of sugar, then it'd basically be banned from that. But here's the interesting part about this. With this piece of legislation, the detail is, if you get these drinks that are 0 calories, like many of you here in the community know, I like those 0 calorie energy drinks. I like to drink those, right? The 0 calorie energy drinks, they have nothing in them. Well, okay, they have a lot of artificial sweetener, but they have like no sugar, no nothing in them really, for the most part. It makes me wonder, since that doesn't have any of that in there, would those be banned, or would that be still an allowed item, right? Or for example, what about diet sodas? Would those be allowed? Well, a lot of them have 0 calories, 0 sugars, things like that, right? But then it kind of gets into the artificial sweetener portion of it as well. So regardless, these are the 6 that I wanted to point out for you. Now, I want to point this out as well. It's expected that at least a couple of these will be coming in the reconciliation bill, okay? So even though it sounds like, oh, they're not passed yet, you're right. None of these have been passed yet. However, I'm preparing you now that these are likely coming in the reconciliation bill, at least a couple of them. Now, obviously, we know that a few of these that I mentioned here are very similar, right? like the Nutritious SNAP Act and the Healthy SNAP Act, they're basically the exact same legislation. The other two that I mentioned, SNAP Reform and Upward Mobility Act, that one, and the America Works Act, both of those are also very, very similar piece of legislation. So we're likely going to see a couple of these coming in. We're going to see changes to SNAP. I'm just saying, please prepare now. If you are a SNAP beneficiary, you got to know these details because this is what they're looking at now. Okay, so these are the 6 major changes that are currently on the table, and there's actually a few more out there as well. Believe it or not, there's a few more. I have covered those in other videos as well, but let's leave it at that for now. If you want to come back in a dedicated live stream or in a dedicated video, whatever it happens to be, discuss these in greater detail, please let me know down below in the comment section. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these? Do you think this is absolutely nuts that they're going to be implementing some of these, or do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I'd love to hear your feedback down below. And also, please be kind to each other, okay? I know there's a lot of, people that are in favor of this. I know there's a lot of people that are saying this is really bad. I'm just curious to hear feedback, okay? So everybody can have their own opinion. That's okay. I'm just curious to hear what everybody has to say about this. Anyway, again, if you need any help with Medicare, again, especially if you're turning 65 right now and you're in the initial enrollment period, or if you need any help with Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplements, Medigap Plans, Medicare Part D, anything like that, call the phone number there on your screen. It's a dedicated Medicare team. They are absolute experts in this field. They will help you find the best plan with the best coverages at the best pricing for you and your personal needs. They'll find it all. They'll present you your options. And again, they will do it all 100% for free. And they're saving the average person $1,100. That means half the people are saving more than that. Half the people are saving less than that. But that's the average savings across the board. And again, they'll help you find the best plan for your personal needs. Again, the doctors you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices or the clinics you want to go to, the prescription needs if you have any at all, whatever other personal preferences you have, they will help you get all that. And again, they'll do it for free. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, give them a call. Phone number's there on your screen. Take a picture, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you got to do. And again, let me ask a huge favor. Please share this information with your friends, your family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, social media to help some other people out right now getting through this whole Medicare thing. It's massively confusing, okay? Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Let me know what else I can do for you. Otherwise, if I can ask another huge favor, please subscribe. If you're new here, if you've not done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below, as well as share buttons down below as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, check out the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen here in just a minute. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, thank you again for allowing me to represent and advocate for you. Thank you for your continued trust in me, the videos, the content, everything we deliver to you every single day. And until next time, please just have a nice day. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I really hope I can see you again soon in the next video or in the next live stream.